Hello students, welcome to Umadevi Children Academy students. So students, today we are discussing the one of the important topics, that is the zero order of reaction and the first order of reactions. So in this zero and the first order of reaction, we will get the many numericals based on this formula. So let's see what is the zero and first order of reactions. Okay students, the topic is the integrated rate equations. We have already noted that the concentration depend upon the rate, because the rate is directly proportional to concentration. It is directly proportional to the concentration of reactant, or you may write the rate is directly proportional to concentration of reactant. Right, we have already noted that in the last topic we have discussed. Right, so this is we also called as a differential rate equations. Differential rate equation, this is we have to written as a differential rate constant of reactant with respect to time. If the concentration of reactant changes with respect to time, called as a differential rate equations. Right students, differential rate equations. So it is not always too convenient to determine the instantaneous rate. At the instantaneous rate, last time we had discussed the average rate and instantaneous rate. Instantaneous rate means the one of the bike is there, right? The bike is moving with the certain fixed speed, right? So bike want to travel this path from this point to this point. It want to travel. So in which what is the speed of the bike? So at this time, at this place, right, at this point A, what is the speed of the bike? So that is the instantaneous rate. Right students, so here, so instantaneous rate, so as it made the determination of this the tangent point at t, concentration versus time. If you want to determine the instantaneous rate, so we have to plot the graph, the concentration versus time. You have to plot here, right? So this is very difficult to determine the rate law. At the instantaneous rate, it is very difficult to determine the rate law. Hence, we are using the order of reactions. So order of reaction. So order of reaction. In order to avoid the difficulty, the integrated differential rate equation gives the relationship between the experimental data, right? So we have to find here the it is very difficult in theoretical part, is theoretically it is very difficult to determine the zero and the first order of reactions. So it determine the experimental basis only. In the experimental basis, we are finding the concentration at different times and the rate constant. We are determining experimentally concentration with a different time, the rate constant, right? Like the students, the concentrations, the time t, the concentration c, right? So here in this, the experimentally we determine what is the concentration of the reactant with respect to time, this, right? So what is the concentration of reactant with respect to time? What is the concentration of reactant with respect to time? We have to determine here. So the integrated rate equation are different for the reaction of different reaction. We shall be determine this equation only for zero order and the first order. So let's discuss the first order of reaction, students. The first order, the zero order of reaction. Zero order of reaction means, students, the rate of reaction is zero power the concentration of reactant. It means, students, when you are, we know that the rate of reaction directly proportional to the, we know that the rate is directly proportional to the concentration of reactant. Here nothing but a power 1. When rate increases 10 times, when the reactant increases 10 times, concentration also increases, the rate is also increases 10 times. If reactant concentration increases 20 times, means the rate also increases 20 times. If reactant concentration increases 100 times, rate concentration also increased 100 times, right? But in this zero order of reaction, you are increasing the rate. 1, again you are increase the concentration. 2, but the rate remains 0 here. Rate remains 0. You are increase the concentration 1, here also 0. When you are increase concentration 1 to 2, the reactant concentration increase 1 to 2, then the rate is remains 0. Again you are the increase the concentration of reactant 3, the rate remains 0. Restaurants. So if you are increase the concentration of reactant 1 2 3, but rate remains 0, rate remains 0, it means the reaction cannot be proceed, cannot turns into product. That is called as a zero order of reactions. Like this, students, the reactant turns into product, right? So this is the one of the general example. So here I am increase the concentration of reactant 1 moles, so there is no product here. Again I am increase the concentration of reactant, there is no product. Again I am increase the concentration reactant, there is no product, no product. It means if you are increase the concentration of reactant but rate of formation of product 0, it means there is no formation of the product. There is no formation of product, called as a zero order of reactions. Right, students? So first I am using here the integrated zero order of reactions, students. Integrated zero order of reactions, already I told, the when you increase the concentration of the reactant but rate remains 0, rate remains 0, the speed of reaction remains 0 if you are increase the concentrations, right? So reactant R turns into the product P. At the time t is equal to 0, the reaction still is not it is not started. The R is considered as a R naught and the product is 0. At the time t is equal to t, then the R naught becomes considered as a R and the product remains same 0. There is no change in the product, there is no formation of product here. So for this zero order of reaction, we have to write the rate of reaction is the rate is equal to minus differential change in concentration of reactant with respect to time dt, equation 1. So this reaction, zero order of reaction, we have written as a rate law, rate is equal to k into concentration of is R naught. The R naught is there is no change in product R naught, so we consider as a 0. Next ones. So the rate is equal to k, that is equation 2. We are comparing equation 1 with 2, then the change in concentration of the reactant is and dt k is equal to k. Then you multiply this dt with k, then we got the differential change in concentration reactant with minus k dt. This minus taken as a yes, friends. Or you may say this equation you are multiplying with minus, then you got these answers, right? Okay. So apply integration on the both side of the equation, we get the differential change in concentration, the integration of this integration, student, this integrations, and this is also integration. So integration of change in concentration of reactant is equal to minus integration of k dt, right? When we simplify the integration, we got the integration constant I. The concentration of reactant is equal to minus kt plus I. I is the integration constant, students, right? So at the time t is equal to 0, R is equal to R naught. Look at here, students. At the time t is equal to 0, what is the value of R? R is R naught. The concentration is R naught. So at the time t is equal to 0, concentration of R is considered as a R naught. Put this value in equation 3. This value R is equal to R naught value put into the equation 3. Right? It means we have to put this R value in place of this R value. We have to substitute here R naught, and the t is equal to 0 here. So then what we got here, students? This is equation 3. So R naught is equal to k into 0 plus I. This is I, students. So R naught is equal to I. This is equation 4. Put I value in equation 3. This I value. What is I value? I value is R naught. So I value put here. Then the we got here student, the R naught is concentration of R naught is equal to minus kT plus concentration of R naught. Minus kT is equal to, right, minus kT, the kT taken is outside and the R is taken as the in place of kT, then R is kT is equal to concentration of R minus R naught, right students. So again we are again the rearranging the equations, or you may say, if we are again rearranging this equation, then it becomes the K is equal to R naught minus R whole divided by T. So this is the zero order of reaction, that is the integrated zero order of reaction students. The zero order of reaction we are expressed here mathematically, that is K is equal to R naught minus R by T, right students. So this is the graph students. When we plot the graph concentration versus time, then the concentration is R naught, the slope is move toward the move in negative form, the slope is moved towards the negative, the slope is remains negative. So slope is remains negative means there is no change in concentration of the there is no change in rate of reactions here. So that's why this is the graph of the zero order of reaction students, right. You are increasing the concentration, the step by step you are increasing the concentrations. As you are increasing the concentration, the reactant, the concentration of the rate of reaction remains same, there is no change in them. So that's why we are considered as that is a zero, there is a negative slope, that is zero order of reactions, right students. Next is the first order of reactions. So rate of reaction is proportional to first power of concentration of reactant. It means it is very simple students. The rate is directly proportional to concentration of the reactant, right. When you are increase the concentration of reactant 1, the rate also 1. When you are increase the concentration of the reactant 2, rate is also 2, right. Then the rate is equal to proportional to concentration of reactant. If you are increase the concentration of reactant 3, then rate also 3, right. It means it is directly proportional students. So that's why the sum of power of concentration of reactant called as the first order of reaction. It means if you are increase the concentration of reactant one time, rate also increase one time. If you increase the concentration of reactant double, then rate also double. If you increase the concentration of reactant triple, and rate also triple, right students. So let's see students how mathematically express this one. Reactant R turns into product P. At the time T is equal to 0, R naught, product is not formed here because reaction is not started. And T is equal to T, the reactant in which the X concentration changes, it turns into X product. So this reaction we written as a differential equation form, or rate of reaction we written as a rate of reaction is equal to minus the change in concentration of reactant with respect to time dt, equation 1. Rate law, rate is equal to K into concentration of R. Here the concentration of power is 1 students. Nothing means the concentration of reactant is nothing here, the rate equal to K concentration reactant. Here the power is 1 students. We are not mentioning means here power is 1, right students. Students, we are comparing the equation 1 and 2. Then differential rate changes with respect to time and kr. We are changing the dt and kr, interchanging here, or we may say cross multiplying here. Then apply the integrations. After applying the integration, we got this is integration students, this is integrations, the dr by r and the minus, this minus, or you may say this reaction is multiplying with minus, then minus plus, and this becomes minus here, right students. So here the if you solve the integration, then we got the natural log ln concentration of R kT plus I. This is equation 3. So this equation we are compared with the initial concentration of reactant. This equation 3 for t is equal to t minutes. This equation for t is equal to t minutes. So what is the rate means we have to compare initial and final reaction. So at the time t is equal to 0, r is equal to r naught. So then we have to put the t value here 0 and the r value is r naught here. So then the natural log r naught is equal to k minus k into 0 into I. Natural log r naught is equal to I. Right students, so I value is natural log r naught. So put I is equal to natural log r naught in equation 3. Right, in equation 3 this is we are put here students, natural log concentration of r is equal to minus kt plus natural log r naught. Then kt is taken as outside students, then the log is common here, log taken as common, that is the right natural log r by r naught. Then kt is equal to minus natural log r naught by r. So here the natural log students, natural log ln is equal to minus 2.303 log to the base 10. So that's why I'm using here this value k is equal to 2.303 log r naught by r naught by r whole divided by t. Right? Look at here students graph. In this graph we are using here the natural log r concentration with respect to time t. The graph moving in the negative slope, right? So negative slope means this is the first order of reaction students, right? The difference students, the zero order of reactions we are using just concentration of r, but in the first order I am using here the natural log of r. Look at here, this is the natural log of concentration of r with respect to time, but in zero order we are just using the r, right students? So this is about the first order of reaction students.